What's the deal? Big Boss, K Po, through the door, here to talk this boxer. What's good with you? Whew. Boys got to the gym, man. Question: what does the win of the fight between Regis and Devin do for their legacy? Let's talk about it. Who would get the question I'm asking? Who would get the better recognition? Will this boost their profile as a fighter if either fighter beat each other? So I think if Devin beats Regis, him coming up from 135 straight to 140 to fight Regis, a champion, power puncher, he's a dangerous fighter. I don't look at him as the head honcho at 140. I think 140 wide open. I think, there's no clear-cut head guy. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at 147, Terence Crawford, right? You look at 154, it's Charlo. When you look at 160, it's wide open. When you look at 168, David Benavidez. I know Canelo is the undisputed champion, but it's Dave Benavidez. And then at 175, it's between Bivol and Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? You look at the heavyweights, I would say Usyk, has taken over, as the head guy, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been a little bit more active. So, 135, Tank, 130, kind of wide open. 126, you could say Nail and Nui, you know what I'm saying? Or, I think 122, Nail and Nui. 126, So, it's a lot, you got certain weight classes where there's a face of that division, right? But at 140, it's up for taking, And I think if Regis is able to beat Devin Haney and give Devin Haney his first loss, I think it'll bolster his profile even more and make people respect him a lot more. I think a lot of people disrespect Regis prograis as a fighter, in my opinion. Now, do I think he's the elite fighter? No. But do I think he's a screw-up? No. I think he's a very good fighter. And I think this fight can bolster him to where people could kind of start putting respect on his name. Because I think he get a bad rap. You know what I'm saying? I think people just, I don't know. I think people like kind of overlook Regis. You got some people talking like, they already talk about Devin in other fights. Like it's a guarantee that Devin gonna beat him. And it's like, it's a fight, bro. Anything can happen. Nah, I'm picking Devin to beat Regis prograis. I think Devin gonna outbox him. That's my opinion. I think once Devin feel that power, he just gonna start boxing. And once Devin get on that tip, it's a wrap. I don't see Devin trying to sit on some punches. Because what happens when you start sitting on punches and opening up, you leave yourself open, right? So you leave yourself open, you can get countered, and then that's a wrap for you. That's just what it is. You take it or leave it. You know what I mean? So I think that this fight, Regis winning this fight will definitely bolster his profile up, and get people to really respect him. You know what I mean? If Devin wins, I don't think this fight, I don't really think it does anything but get Tank more interested. You be like, what you talking about? If Devin is able to beat Regis prograis and get that WBC strap, Gervonta Tank Davis has never had a WBC strap, right? He's had the WBA and the IBF before. He's never had a WBC strap. So I think Tank would fight Devin at 140 because Devin would have that belt. And that would be like an enticing thing. Now, granted, I think Tank, the only thing is, that's if Tank cares about belts. Excuse me, y'all. That's if he cares about belts. And I don't know. But I think that could be a tool to draw Tank to fight Devin Haney at 140. Now, Tank may be like, I don't care about that belt. We fighting at 136.7 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or we fighting at 135. You know what I mean? Because Tank is the A side. He can decide whatever he want to decide. But I think if Devin is able to get that belt, maybe Tank will be like, hey, I ain't never had that WBC belt. I'm going to go to 40 and I'm going to fight him for that belt and I'm going to beat him. And I'm going to take that belt from that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think the winning this fight does anything truly for Devin as far as like bolstering his profile. You know what I mean? I think they're, like I said, Regis not a slouch, right? But I think they're trying to make it seem like Regis Prograis is this elite fighter. And he's not an elite fighter. He's just a very good fighter. He's very good. You know what I mean? Very, very good. But he's not like the face of a division. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at Regis like that. But he's definitely a fighter you can't sleep on. You can't nothing. You know what I mean? Like, he's up there, but he ain't, like, he at the door. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. He's at the door, you know, of being a top elite fighter. He just gotta, you know, fight more top names. You know what I'm saying? If he beat Devin Haney, then go fight Teofimo, beat him, then go fight Matias, beat him. It's like, oh, snap. Because that boy Matias looking like a monster, bro. You know what I mean? But I think he could be beat. I see like a little couple of flaws in his game. You know what I mean? He could be beat. You know, he hits hard, but he could be beat. You know, I'm not gonna lie, he looking like a monster, but there's ways you could beat him. You know, I've seen some little stuff. I say, okay. So I think that, my bad, y'all. I think that this fight helps more Regis than Devin. You know what I mean? As far as Regis just getting a little bit more respect, a little bit more eyes on him and things like that. Bolstering his profile, getting more people to come to his fights and things like that. Now, granted, Devin ain't that much, you know, like a mega star, but, you know, he get a decent crowd. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's going, if he's able to beat Devin, a masterclass boxer, this will show, you know, that, you know, Regis Prograis is, you know, I just feel like this will help him. You know what I mean? As far as just getting bigger fights, getting, you know, more money for his fights, things like that. This will just help make him be more of a sellable fighter. You get what I mean? If he's able to put that first L on Devin Haney's record. So, you know, but I just said what I said, what I did. Question. Yeah, you put in the comment section. With the win, whose profile gets bigger? Devin or Regis? Let me know. Bye, y'all.